emotionally drained, physically drained, overwhelmed, and sometimes even driving oneself on empty. Having to smile when you're crushed. Come on, somebody. Yeah, you have to take when you get to the job, you say, okay, Lord, I got to do this here, that. I got to go in here. I got to punch this clock. Come on. I got to clock in. Lord, help me today. Help me today. Because everybody in there don't like me. But that's fine. Well, then, in this life, you're going to have some challenges. And because I found out something. The moment you give up on your agenda, that's when God's agenda kicks in. You have to know when to take your hands off of it. And you have to know when to stop talking about it. You have to know when to stop complaining about it and worrying about it and simply say, God, if you want this fixed, you're going to have to fix it. From here on, I'm done with it. I'm preaching right now. Because God cannot fix it if you're in the way of it. He cannot do it if your hands are all in it. And by the way, let me tell you what I stumbled up on just a few minutes ago while I'm preaching. Cast all your care upon him. For he what? Tell your neighbor, he cares. And the book says, my peace I give to you, not, come on, oh hallelujah, give I unto you. The book says, let not your heart be troubled. The book says, I waited patiently upon the Lord, and he heard me and brought me out of a horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock. He established my goings. The book says, I sought the Lord, and he heard me and delivered me from all of my fears. And this poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of some of his troubles. It gets better. I'm getting ready to close. Oh, taste and see that the Lord, somebody shout the Lord. You can put a tune in your voice. You don't have to call yourself a district missionary. Say the Lord. The Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. Tell your neighbor, that's what I've been doing. The book says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with what? My right hand. Tell your neighbor, the book says, you don't need to fight this battle. Set yourselves, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor. Whoa. All I got to say right now, it's already done. Get up and go to 3 people and say, it's already done. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, it's already done. It's already done. They were wrong about you, and they were wrong about Jesus. Tell your neighbor, they were wrong about Jesus because they thought, come on, I'm cracking open this verse. They thought, yes, they were wrong because they thought they had the ability to break him. But look, wait a minute. While he's in pain, he's still blessing people. Look at somebody and tell him while he's in pain, he's still blessing people. And I'm talking to individuals that have helped other people, and you don't have anyone to come to your rescue. I'm talking to people that have helped other people, and you don't even have enough for yourself. Come on, I'm not preaching a Bible story. I'm giving somebody a rhema. I'm talking to those of you who have been under the gun, and yet you still try to help other folk that 3 weeks later turn their back. You've had a season in your life where you have been under the gun financially, and you only had enough. And then the person appealed to you. They said, I'm in a crisis and I need your help. Come on, talk to me. And so, but you've been there for other people. You've been there for other folk, trying to inspire them while your stuff has been going down at the same time. Don't miss this. He's hanging on the cross, suffering. And the Bible says the tombs begin opening up. Tell your neighbor, the tombs begin to open up. And the people who had died started crawling out of the tombs. Oh my God. Now, according to what the text says, Jesus is in a bad situation. But while he's in the situation, people are getting blessed. And what we don't understand is, while we're going through what we're going through, God will use it to bless somebody else. Tell your neighbor, I'm not just going through just for me. I'm going through for you. I'm going through for somebody in my environment. Come on, somebody. But the other side of this is about my future. Oh, I wish I had somebody to tell somebody, this is about my future. Come on, I'm showing you something. You are going through this so that the tombs will open up. You're going through it so that life can flow through you. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, you ought to be glad because I've been through some stuff. I've had some heartaches. I've had some letdowns. I've had some hardships. But look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, after all I've been through, it qualifies me to help you in your situation. For if I've never had a problem, you better tell me to be quiet. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, if I never had a situation, I would not know that he's able. Do I have somebody in the room that can look at somebody and say, neighbor, the God that I serve, he's still able. Whoa. See, when you've gone through, it qualifies you to sit with us. Because you're in a different class now. You know what? Right now, God is blessing some folk that didn't even want to get, you know what? They're so messed up over your situation. They're trying to figure it out. They don't even realize. Let me tell you something about the workforce. How many believers are in here? Do you understand that they can't make payroll without you? See, that's when you know that you know. I asked you the other night, do you know what you're working with? Ask somebody next to you, did you hear that? If you didn't hear it, he asked us, do you know what you're working with? You are working with somebody that somebody said is able. Okay, I'm going to leave it alone. Come on, somebody. And hold up here. People are coming out of the tomb over there in Matthew 27. Look, and while he's hurt, and if I got to be hurt, Pastor, if I've got to be hurt, Doctor, I want to be hurt with a purpose. I'm not going to just be hurt. Come on, somebody. I will not allow the enemy to stop me because of what I'm going through. I'm going through it with goal and an agenda. So then what are you saying before you close? Your problems have a purpose. Come on, don't believe this stuff that you're problem proof. Come on, don't believe this stuff that, I don't know what Bible you read. Come on, through much tribulation, manipulating managers, through much tribulation, they passed you over to get somebody else. Come on. So everything I'm going through, it has a purpose. And I'm not just going through for me, I'm going through for you. Come on. So that you can get the blessing. I got a feeling that somebody's about to get the blessing. And then listen to this. I'm going, finally, everybody say finally. It was a centurion custom to accelerate the death process of anybody that was a prisoner or had been executed on a cross. You see, there was a process, and what they would do is they would break the legs, because if you break the legs, it would ensure that the person is dead. But if you read the text, the crucifixion narrative, you discover they couldn't break Jesus' legs. Don't miss this. They didn't break, look at somebody and tell them, they didn't break his legs, but they broke the legs of the thief next to him. So what is your point, preacher? Take your mouth off of folk. Because, come on, the thing you think might happen to them may happen to you. Now get up and give two people the high five and say, I know that's right. And I'm trying to dig something out of here. But listen, they're going to break his legs. He has nails in his feet. They didn't expect Jesus to stand up under the pressure. I'm bringing it home to somebody. They didn't expect Jesus to stand up under the pressure. Do me a favor. Wait a minute. Do me a favor. Would you do me a favor? Everybody but the preachers and the mothers. I want everybody but the preachers. You're being honored this week, so you just sit. Don't worry about it. But everybody but the preachers, come on, do me a favor. I want you to stand up. Bring Dr. Woodson and Mabel, St. Mabel up here. I don't know what they got there. But listen, everybody stand. Now look at me. Look at me. Slowly sit back down as though there's pressure on you. Slowly sit back down. Okay. Go ahead, sit down. A little faster. All right, come on. Watch me. Like Gail says, watch me. Look at me. Now, do it again. Get back up. All right. Stay standing for a minute. Now, go back down again. All right. We're going to do it one more time. Stand back up again. Now, go back down. Nice. There you go. Now, say neighbor. Life keeps trying to sit me down. But when life tries to sit me down, I get back up again. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm back up again, and I'm on top of my game. I feel like dancing. She's strutting up in here. Y'all look like new money that lost all this weight. Lord have mercy. I'm going to get me some surgery. Y'all need to help me. All of y'all looking like you're 17 again. I don't know what this is about. Come on. But look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm still standing. Now, look at somebody and say, neighbor, I don't know how you feel about it. Stuff keeps trying to push me down. But when I go down, I keep getting back up. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, I don't know how you feel about it right now, but in a few days, God is getting ready to shift me and my family. I'm going to be blessed like I've never been blessed before. Look at somebody and say, neighbor, give me 3 days and I'm coming back with the deed in my hand. Give me 3 days and I'm coming back with a clean bill of health. Give me 3 days and my car's gonna be paid off. Go to somebody and say, neighbor, give me 3 days and the person in my family that I've been praying the hardest for is going to get delivered. You ought to tell me to shut up now. Give me 3 days and I'm going to get the promotion. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm going to get up with all power because I'm still standing after all I've been through. After all the stuff I've been through over the last 6 months, I had to wipe my own tears from my eyes. After 6 months of highs and lows, I'm encouraged tonight because things are about to get a whole lot better. You know what? Tell somebody I'm still standing. It was on the rumor mill that you wasn't going to make it. But I want 3 people that believe that you're still standing. Run down here and do a still standing dance. Tell you something.